everyone. So I don't even know how to begin this. And I hope I don't have to do two takes. So I decided to dress up today because I don't know. I put on one thing and next thing you know I had to put on another. I'm wearing my longevity turtle here, and I'm wearing my little miracles hummingbird necklace. And I decided to put on my cat ears because I like them and I think that they're cute. And they just kind of bring, joy to this, what is going to be a very serious video. I hope that you can hear me well enough here. I'll try to get close enough to the camera without completely ruining the shot. So yeah, there's been a reason why I haven't been able to do the chibi card, and just the anime and Koi tarot card videos yet, and it's because of the fact that I am very sick. I am, and just to warn everyone away from this, I'm going to be talking about some very graphic items, but there's no way for me to talk about this without getting graphic. So just if you don't like talk about body parts and whatnot, then click away now. So stop the video now. I'm going to try to keep this to 10 minutes. So there you go. And I hope that you can hear me despite all the noise from the window, which is coming in from the window. Someone had a hot rod or something that they fired up there. So I have a problem that causes my guts to bleed. Now, my brother thinks that it's Crohn's disease. I don't know. By the way, this video is going to be very opinionated too. You can even call it politically opinionated. But there you go. So if you don't like that, then click away. But my guts have been bleeding consistently for the past couple of months. It's gotten very bad now. All of the quackers, the doctors, none of them will even admit that, I'm sorry, and this is where it's going to get graphic. They won't even admit that I'm having diarrhea. The few that would admit that I had, that I've been having diarrhea throughout my life, and this was in my 20s because I stopped being able to go to the doctor after my 20s. Every last one of them wouldn't admit that I was having diarrhea. The few that would admit that I was having diarrhea, they said, well, it's anxiety, it's stress. None of them would admit on my chart, it's stated that I'm a hypochondriac. And also my mother, who was bringing me into the doctor constantly, she was saying, fix my daughter, she's sick. And yet the doctors decided to label me as a hypochondriac and decided to label me as, I think they said, one doctor actually took my mom out into the hall and screamed her brains out at her after screaming her brains out at me, saying that I was like a schizophrenic or something like that, and said that I was and this was when I was dying of kidney disease in my 30s. I was entirely I was entirely disabled, obviously, but I was entirely dehydrated and everything. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So I can't go to the doctor. I can't go to the doctor and get it fixed. I can't even go to the doctor and get it tested. There is one lab down here in Oklahoma called DLO, and they don't test any of my samples. They literally throw them out. And I actually got to find that out firsthand. I'm not even going to tell you, but I'm just grateful for the knowledge that I currently have, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get my hands on that information. But I do know that it is in my medical chart that I am, like basically just mentally ill and mentally unstable. They've labeled me with all kinds of mental illnesses rather than admit that I'm physically ill. And these are physical doctors. They're not mental doctors. Every time I went to, I was also sent to shrinks when I was young, and the shrinks said that there was nothing wrong with me. Every last shrink said that she's a very healthy person. There's nothing wrong with her. She's good. She's very religious, like she should be, all this other stuff, So I rightfully have, I can't go to the doctor. and I don't believe in shrinkdom either. So, but I am extremely physically ill. Uh, my guts are bleeding again. And for all the assholes out there that would say, "Oh, it's a period. Oh, it's hormones. Oh, it's women problems." No, my period has just it's stopped. I don't get a period anymore. Um, I don't know why. You know, why would your period stop at your late 30s? I don't know, but it has. So, uh, and no, I'm not taking birth control. I never have taken birth control. I'm not going to take any hormones. I don't take any hormones. My period has stopped. I don't have to worry about that. Um, so yeah, I am I have had infection before and I can feel it. And I have had infection when I was having kidney problems and I could feel it and I could feel it spread throughout my body. And I can feel when I'm circling the drain. I can feel when I'm dying. I'm dying at a medium pace now. Um, so this goes out to my chronically ill community too. Um, I'm sick. I got an infection in my body in many places. I don't know what's wrong. I can't cure it. Um, and I can't go, the the Western world's route and, uh, and go to the doctor, which they didn't, I mean, sorry, but look at the pandemic that's going on, Are they curing anything? No. So if they can't cure the common cold, is what I've always said and what I always thought. If they can't cure the common cold, then how do you expect them to cure anything else? So, um, not only that, but there was this religious guru that said, medicine is a business, and that's literally what it is. So, and as for the holistic method, they're just like shrinks. They want to blame everything on the mind. They don't want to admit that you're physically ill. Kind of like how Rosie O'Donnell was suffering from a heart attack, and her shrink told her that she was flipping out over being fat. Nice. And it turns out that Rosie O'Donnell actually had a widowmaker type of a heart problem, just like my uncle, you know. I'm glad I didn't mention my uncle's name because I almost did there. Um, so, um, I'm very sick. I am fighting. I'm fighting hard. I'm going to do my damnedest to upload these tarot card videos here. And the other thing on top of this is the last time I took a Z-Pack, which is an antibiotic, I ended up having a very not great allergic reaction to it. I have a rotting tooth again, and I was prescribed an antibiotic. So it's going to be diarrhea on top of diarrhea. Um, and I hope that I survive through the allergic reaction. The last time I took this antibiotic, I ended up having neurological problems from it, along with the hives and the vomiting and, but it actually gave me the shakes and it gave me neurological problems, with seizure. It gave me seizure problems. It's because I'm allergic to it, but I can't take penicillin. Penicillin would drop me dead in a matter of seconds versus the Z-Pack, which I've been gradually and slowly becoming allergic to. Um, and I none of the dental people want to pull this tooth yet. They would rather drill it and root canal it than actually pull it. It's causing me a lot of pain. And I'm allergic to aspirin and Tylenol, which I get from my grandmother on my father's side. So I am just a ball of walking allergies. uh, and none of this is, and everyone who wants to say, oh, this is all in your head, you can fix this spiritually. If that's the case, then I could make myself rich via my mind and my thoughts. So I don't believe, and I entirely disagree with, oh, eat the right stuff and you'll be healthy, think the right things and you'll be healthy, believe the right things and you'll be healthy, meditate and you'll be healthy. I automatically did that as a child, and 10-minute mark, sorry.